Hi, everybody. Welcome to the show on a...
Eat lightning, and you're gonna crap fun.
All right.
Take it easy.
I don't even have the brains anymore to work this. I deleted all I have a fifth page for all the opening ones. They're all gone. I don't know what happened. Oh, my God. Help me. Hey, welcome to the live lineup. Still don't know what that means. Well, you're going to get my full show, right? I think. And all these other great shows scrolling by free. And now you get Glenn Greenwald live, who's one of the most serious journalists in the country or world, right here at 7 p.m., right after me. If you want to watch it all ad-free, sign up for Rumble Premium, and don't forget to download the Rumble app. Today I'll be talking about Trump and Pfizer getting together. Apparently Trump's able to do something 19 presidents couldn't. Hegseth lets the military know you can't be silly girls and fat fucks. And Trump letting Pritzker know who's boss by making Chicago safe. And somehow the Dems argue against that. And it's that easy, okay? That's easy. And we got a 50-year-old chick taking off her clothes at a school board meeting. I don't know why anybody would have a problem with that. Well, Nick, 50s? Yeah, I'm 70. All right? At least I feel that way. But let's get to the real important stuff first. The Red Sox last night went to New York. And let me tell you about Crochet. We paid a ton for him, and he's been worth it and more. I think he led all of baseball in strikeout. He's up for the Cy Young with somebody else. Goes in today and shuts down the Yankees, holds them to 1 run. After 7 innings or whatever. I mean, just tremendous. Just everything you want. And we have this Japanese fella, Masataka Yoshida, or whatever you can say. Sushi. Anyway, he's been hot for 3 weeks. He stunk all year because he had shoulder surgery at the beginning. And but they said if this guy gets hot in the playoffs, the Red Sox will be a tough out. And last night he comes up with 2 men on in the 7th, I think. Second and third, singles. Didn't even wait. I think it was the first pitch. Singles at 2. Puts us ahead. Nick Sogard, a guy who would be starting on any other team. I mean, he's been around. He's a veteran player, and I love him. He's just one of those, he's a baseball player. He's got long hair. He turned a single into a double last night, which put him as the lead runner of the game, and then Yoshida did what he had to do. I mean, tremendous. And our bullpen, let me tell you, Aroldis Chapman, when we got him, I was like, he's at the end of his career, blah, blah, blah. I've said this on the show before. The guy comes in tip-top shape. His walk ratio is down about 150%, and he's a machine again. 101, 102 miles an hour. And he's got a breaking ball now. Here's a guy, and again, when he was with the Yankees, of course I hated him. And there was an incident, apparently slapped around his wife or whatever. Who knows what to believe in that. So I think he got suspended. Whatever. All I know is he throws 102, and he has been lights out all year. And he comes in, and I'm yelling at the TV because we usually bring in Whitlock before him to set it up. Some reason, and Cora says, oh, I know why, because he knew the Yankees had a bunch of left-handed hitters coming up. Cora, that might have been the best game of the year he managed. These guys, we don't realize it. They look 3 innings ahead, and they know who's in the bullpen. And anyways, big win. I'm not saying the Sox are it's a 2 out of 3. Do they play tonight? I think they do. They win, and they move on. But I still feel that, I sound like Dallas here. We're going to lose. I'm telling you. No, Roman Anthony, I'm just saying he would make the difference. He played a couple games at Yankee Stadium. You could tell him he's already comfortable. He hit one into the upper decks. And Giolito, our second best pitcher. I know I'm boring you people. I'll move on in a second to some girls' field hockey. Anyways, Giolito's out this series with a sore elbow. And to me, that means next series. Elbow doesn't get better in a fucking week. Anyways, but we would have had him going tonight. But we got a kid, Brian Bello, young kid. Puerto Rican, I think, or Dominican, like it's a difference. Couple grams. And, he's going tonight. Anyways, They had to take that one to have any chance because the Yankees are, they're loaded with shit. But we beat them 7 out of 9 this year, I think. So we've had the number all year. Enough of that horse shit. I know, folks. What else do you want to talk about? Hockey's right, I don't know, a week away. I'll be dead in 10 minutes.
October.
The fuck? I was bragging about Brad Marchand on the Florida Panthers and how we were crazy to let him go and shit. And anyhow, I had something else. Other than that, I wanted to bring up that wasn't show related. I don't know. Hopefully, I'll see you guys Friday night. Arlington Draft House, Arlington, Virginia. Please come on out. All right, let's get to it. I'm procrastinating, as the young people say. And that's not young people now. It's actually people in their 40s. I see newscasters. And she had a button on her shirt. What? The fuck? Move to the ghetto.
Well, I have one more thing.
Go ahead, Philly.
Just the games this weekend. There's only a couple of big ones. Vandy and Bama.
It's a good one.
Yep. And then Miami and Florida State.
That's the best one. Florida State coming off a huge upset, so they're going to be pissed. Miami is physical. They look like fucking like the Michael Irvin 80s bad boys. They are physical, and they got a good quarterback, and that'll be great. And it's so much better than NFL. There were 22 penalties in the Bengals-Broncos game. 22. And I got a story touching on that. Troy Aikman even spoke out, which that I really do think it's the worst officiated league. And it's hard. It's the hardest one, too. I mean, but you got fucking 60-year-old white guys. They sell insurance in the offseason, trying to make an interference call on 2 black guys that run a 4.240 80 yards down the field. Anyways, Trump's drug dealing. That's right, folks. Put down the pen. He picked up a pipe. President Donald Trump announced on Tuesday a drug pricing deal with Pfizer that will see the pharmaceutical giant lower the cost of its medications for Americans, folks. That's a big deal.
Hey, everybody, we're all going to get laid.
Trump made the announcement from the Oval Office at the White House saying that Pfizer has committed to offering its prescription medications to Medicaid at the reduced most favored nations prices. I know what most favored nations means because that comes up a lot when you're in show business and you're like, you do a show with 5 other comics. Is he getting more than me? It's favored nations. My agent used to say, and I go, well, I don't like that fucking nation. I'm twice as funny as him. Let's move to another nation. Write them all down, Dallas. I know you don't want to sift through a shitload, but we need them. I don't know how long I'll be doing stand-up, if you know what I'm saying. Load up on the clips is my point. Here is Donald and the head of Pfizer. I didn't take a clip of him, but he sounds like was he German or whatever? He had a heavy, like, German accent. But Trump is so entertaining, even on this. And again, let me say, really, it was that easy, Joe Biden? It was that easy to stop the people coming over the border? It's that easy to lower drug prices, you scumbag lying fuck? And any other Obama taking 1/7 of the economy and turning it into social health care? You douche. Trump better run a 3rd and 4th term. I want to see him in his late 90s. Anyways, here's the video of this shit going down.
The United States at just 4% of the world's population and consumers, only 13% of all prescription drugs, yet pharmaceutical companies make 75% of their profits from the United States. So think of that. We have 4% of the market, 13% of prescription drugs, and yet, Albert, I didn't know you were that violent.
Oh, it sounds like violent.
Yeah, it sounds like violent, but it could be violent.
He meant to say vile, but it sounded like violent. I hope he said vile. That's even so funny. I didn't know you were that vile. Only he would have the balls to say that when he's just about to shake hands. If that guy took it wrong, he said, fuck the deal. What are you blaming me for? Spratzen Sie raus! All right.
I'm surprised you're agreeing to this.
I'm getting better.
He's doing the right thing. Thank you. And yet they make 75% of their profits from the American customers, so it's something. That's why I signed an executive order combating this practice. That we signed it very happily a little while ago. Today, Pfizer is committing, as will other drug companies as we go through the weeks. But Pfizer is truly one of the biggest in the world and one of the greatest in the world. Today, Pfizer is committing to offer all of their prescription medications to Medicaid, and it will be at the most favored nation's prices. It's going to have a huge impact on bringing Medicaid costs down like nothing else. I told you that...
That means we'll be paying the same as everybody else.
For the first time in 28 years, drug prices came down. And I had a news conference that I explained it was 0.1%, but it was down. And here we're talking about...
True. It's trending in the right direction.
Over 1,000%. This is a critical step forward to our work and to improve health care, and hardworking, low-income Americans, especially low-income Americans, will be helped so greatly. In addition, Pfizer is agreeing to provide some of their most popular current medications to all consumers at heavily discounted prices of anywhere between 50 and even 100%.
Does that include Viagra?
It's off the price, and in some cases, even more than that.
All right. And you had proof of it because they shook hands. But can you imagine, once again, America was carrying the burden, whether it's friggin' NATO, and it comes out of your taxpayers, your pockets. You're paying stupid money for drugs. Nobody else was. Again, something the Democrats would never fucking let you know about, ever. Really looking out for the people. Fucking guy. Mount Rushmore, he should have his own mountain. He should be above Mount Rushmore, peeing on him. All right, I went a little far. No, you should just, I don't be waving to the other guys. Think about that, folks. How long have we been complaining about the outrageous drug prices? Now that I'm 63, I used to didn't care. Now I care a lot. You should see me in the morning. I get one of those fucking pill things that like old people do. It's divided into days. It's like, I don't know what I'm taking it. I know there's an antidepressant in there. Been on that forever, ever since I flipped out in the doctor's office and almost choked a woman. And there's something, the doctor that gives me the testosterone shots in the ass, pellets, I should say. Excuse me. That keeps my estrogen levels down. I didn't know that was a problem. What else is in there? Magnesium. Fentanyl. That's it. No, there's a whole bunch. I can't even swallow. You know how you can swallow and usually put 3 or 4 in there? Now I have to like drink a jug of water to get the 11 down. I'm like a fucking addict. Anyways, the president added that the United States is done subsidizing. That's the word I was looking for. The health care of the rest of the world. And he shook hands with that Pfizer guy and said this.
Don't you ever try to fuck me.
Listen, Sosa, I got 2 things in this world. My back and my balls. I don't break one for anybody. All I know, that fuck had Angel Fernandez killed. Trump said the drugs will be delicious and shaped like Flintstone chewables. Trump said, I say, give me the Betty Rubble. Trump said the drugs will be available for direct purchase online at a website run by the government. And don't get nervous, because this is the Trump government. Not like Obamacare. Didn't his fucking page flop when he did the opening of Obamacare? Didn't that make a big splash in the toilet? Trump also announced that Pfizer would invest, listen to this, $70 billion in manufacturing facilities to produce its drugs in the United States. My question is, where we have every industry moving back to the United States. Do we have enough land? Yeah. The flyover countries are going to be covered with factories. I don't give a shit. Produce its drugs in the United States. Under the terms of the deal, Pfizer will get a 3-year grace period. Can you imagine being able to make a deal like this? And it's probably all Trump, where it would not be subject to tariffs for 3 years. That's the grace period. As long as it moves all their production facilities and products to American shores. So that means there goes our beaches. I'm a genius. Fucking moron. Pfizer CEO Albert Bourla called it an historic day. He hasn't been this happy since we drove Poland out of their own country. I don't even know if he's German. He's got a Dracula accent. It's a historic day that is reversing an unfair situation. Well, hey, dude, if you knew it was unfair. And he's like, yeah, all fair in love and war, motherfucker. I'm a businessman. You guys are dumb enough to take it. Reversing an unfair situation that has plagued consumers for years. So let me repeat again, folks. You and I have been paying outrageous. How about poor people? Or people? Well, they don't pay anything. We just hand them shit. But I'm just saying, once again, the middle class takes it in the ass. So, people in France could have cheap drugs. The big winner of this deal clearly will be the American place, it says. Maybe he meant to say. Anyways, there is no doubt about it. They are the ones that will see significant impact in their ability to buy medicines. And we're not talking fentanyl in Chicago, New York, and L.A. How's that for a deal? And Dallas made a great point. You pick up the papers today, and are we talking about that? It's really one of the biggest stories. What are we talking about? The government shutdown. Nobody gives a rat's ass about the government shutdown. The fucking Democrats were trying to pass some spending bill to fucking keep it open. And I guess, senators along party lines said, kiss my grits. And Trump said, if you shut it down, we're going to make some permanent changes. I don't know how the government works, and I refuse to talk about government shutdown on my show because it's one of the worst scams. Oh, non-essential. Oh, no, there's nobody guarding the giraffe gate at Yellowstone or whatever the fuck. There are no essential jobs. That's one thing you've proved in Washington. Pretty good, though, huh? Yeah. I'm going to get a ton of Viagra, make a blue necklace. Just chomp on it while I'm in the sack by myself. That's it, folks. If you want to watch the whole show live and free, go to Rumble and sign up for free. And while you're at it, go to nickdip.com for tour dates and merch. We'll see you guys next time.
Hi, good night, everybody.